Okay, guys, welcome to our Thursday night Team Hustle and Heart Zoom. I love a new month. I love the first of the month. It always just feels so good and refreshing to have a clean slate. We know that everything that happens between today and August 30th is what we get paid for in September. And so every single month is a brand new opportunity to basically start over and decide how much money you want to make and decide how you want your business to go. Full disclosure, full vulnerability, July was a hard month. I had a really hard last few weeks of my pregnancy. And then on July 23rd, we welcomed my son into the world. And so the last week, he's 9 days old. We've been trying to get into routine and dealing with a lack of sleep. And I know that I'm not the only one who has dealt with life things in the month of July. And so I wanted to take our Thursday night Zoom to really get refocused on the things that are important to do at the beginning of the month to make sure that you're setting yourself up for success, not just for the month of August, but moving forward into the next, 30, 60, 90 days of our business. Because for those of you who have not been in the business for like a full year yet, and even if you have, September is the new January. And what I mean by that is we often refer to January, February, and March as the quote unquote boom season in this business in terms of people are looking to, fill those New Year's resolutions. It's after the holidays, so everyone's freaking broke. So everyone's trying to find ways to make more money. And so the reason that we say September is the new January is because the season starts to change. Kids go back to school. All of a sudden moms find themselves with more time on their hands. College students want to, do something that they can do with their class schedule. And a lot of people do want to get healthy and bounce back from the summertime and get healthy before the holidays. So what I mean by that is that everything that we do this month, and this is no different than any other month, but everything that you do in August really does lead into the kind of boom season you're going to have in September, October, and November. It's like that with this business always. What you do today is setting you up for tomorrow. What you do tomorrow is setting you up for next week. What you do next week sets you up for next month, etc., etc. So many people have asked me, have come to me and have said, Hope, how do you have so much success? And the genuine answer is September 10th will be 4 years in this business. Every day I have not been perfect, but I have been present every single day of my business. There has not been a day when I have not posted. There has not been a day when I have not talked to somebody about my business. And that's why. So August kickoff, here we are, first day of the month. The first most important thing is know where you're going. Know where you're going. What is your goal? How much money do you want to make? How many new people do you want to talk to every single day? How many new customers do you want to sign up? You want to get really focused on this. And what I mean by that is you don't want to just say, oh, I want to talk to some people. Oh, I'd like to sign some customers. That is not enough focus and enough direction to help point you in the direction of what you need to be doing on a daily basis. So everyone's goals should be at least our steps to success, which if you aren't familiar with that is 3 new teammates and 4 new customers every single month, plus either running your auto shipment. We do have a deal for running your auto shipment this month. If you run an auto shipment for more than 125 volume, you get a code to place another order, like a discount code for an additional order. Which is really cool. So your goal should be to get at least 3 distributors and 4 new customers every single month. Those of us who have been in this for a minute, those of us who know what promoting looks like, knows that that is very bare minimum, especially if you have big goals. My goal is always to complete my steps to success like at least 3 times, because I know that that is what is going to guarantee that I am growing my paycheck, growing my team, getting fast start bonuses, all of these things. So know where you're where are you going? Where are you going this month? What are you doing? What is your goal rank? What is your goal promotion? If you don't if you don't know, if you're like, I have no idea, talk to your upline and figure out a goal that is both feasible but makes you a little bit nervous. That's kind of my go-to. If it makes you feel a little sick to your stomach, that means it's probably a great goal to have, because your goals should push you outside of your comfort zone of what you think you're capable of. So that's the first thing, is know where you're going. And the second thing is know how you're going to get there. And I think that that is the biggest problem, especially for a lot of new distributors or distributors who haven't promoted yet. You have this kind of weird, like, you know where you want to go, but you just like cannot see how you could possibly get there, right? You're like, I want to go Ruby, but I have no freaking clue how I'm even going to get to Ruby, because I can't even sign a customer and I can't even sign a distributor. And suddenly you start spiraling out on like the how of how you're going to do this. How you're going to do this is your daily activity. Your daily activity. Every single day, you're going to talk to people. That's all we do, guys. That's all we get paid for, is talking to people and building relationships with people. There's literally nothing else that we make money off of. Like, we have conversations, we follow up, we add new people, we build relationships with new people, we post, which is us sharing our stories, sharing information with people. So your daily tasks, that's how you're going to get there. Success is not signing someone up every day. Success is taking the time every single day to do what you need to do to build those relationships and to have those conversations. So this is what I've been noticing a lot of, is that there's a lot of people on the team who either you feel like you're doing your daily tasks, right? You feel like you're like, I am posting, I am messaging, I am following up, I am adding new people every day, but I'm not getting the results that I want. Or you're one step behind that and you are doing your daily tasks, but you're just literally not doing enough of them. And so if you are not getting the results that you want from your daily tasks, if you were like on it in July, on it in June, and you're like, I just have no clue what's going on. I feel like my posts are on point. I feel like my messages are great. I feel like I'm adding new people. You either need to do more or you need to do something different. And I think that that's where a lot of people get caught up, because you get stuck in sending one message. You get stuck making one type of post. And then you're like, I don't know why this isn't working, but you're doing the same thing, but not getting the results you want every single day. So what I mean by that is, if you're sending 100 messages a day and you're not getting the results, you need to send a different message. If you are writing a life post every single day, but you don't feel it in your heart, then you need to work on writing posts that are more vulnerable. Or you feel like you're doing those things and your messages are super personal, but you're just not doing enough of it. So know where you're going and know how you're going to get there. And how you're going to get there is doing your tasks. And if you're not getting the results that you want, ask for help. Ask for help, you guys. Go to your upline, whether that's me or someone else, one of your Ruby leaders, one of your Diamond leaders, and ask them, what can I be doing better? That is like my love language, you guys. When I have one of you come to me and say, look, I want this so bad. I don't know what is going wrong, but I'm not getting the results that I want. I love that. I love the chance to coach you guys and to show you guys little things here and there. When you stop being willing to learn, when you stop being willing to grow and to recognize where you can do things better, that's when your business flatlines. So ask for help. So we can figure out, do you need to be doing more or do you need to be doing something differently? And then use your tools, you guys. Send freaking screenshots. Okay, we have diamonds and above who still send me screenshots every single day. Okay, it doesn't mean that you're dumb. It doesn't mean that you don't know how to talk to people. There are so many things, like just little tiny things in your conversations that you can be saying differently to give you better results. But I don't know how to help you do those things if you're not sending screenshots to me or your leaders. Like, if you are feeling like every single time you're talking to people, you get stuck on one objection, you need help with that objection. And the only way that we're going to help you overcome that is by having these conversations with you. And then use our other tools also, you guys. Use the opportunity page. We literally do an opportunity event every single Monday. Don't feel like you need to seal the deal on these potential distributors by yourself when we have a whole page full of videos and information, and every single week we're going live. So if you're not in the opportunity page yet, please let me get added in there. But I add every single potential distributor that I talk to. At some point in the conversation, I'm like, hey, are you on Facebook? I have a page I'd love to add you to. And then using the other pages, like the post ideas page. I have so many people who are like, I just don't know what to post. Use your freaking tools, you guys. Nobody comes out of the womb knowing how to make a good product post. Like, use us, use your team, use the chats, use the opportunity page, use the post ideas page. No one is asking you to do this by yourself. No one is asking you to sit down and do all of this by yourself. So know where you're going, know how you're going to get there, use your tools, and then the real is to get real with yourself. Get real with yourself about what you're doing and what you're thinking. Mindset is everything, you guys. And you're going to hear me say this on probably every single Zoom that you ever get on that I'm hosting. I know I have a few leaders on here. I feel like they want to hit me every time I'm like, where's your mindset? Because it's just so true, and it's so easy to get I have a positive mindset, but then actually internally in your brain and in your heart, you don't have a positive mindset, and you are speaking negative things over your business. So think about what you're thinking about, okay? Like, take a hard look at the thoughts that are going through your brain when you're posting, when you're messaging, when you're adding new people. You can know where you're going and know how you're going to get there and be doing your daily tasks and using your tools every single day. But if every time you send a message to somebody, you think, oh my God, I'm so annoying, you're not going to get the results that you're looking for. And you're not going to be attracting the kinds of people that you're looking for to be your customers and to be distributors on your team. The only one limiting you is you. And I have this written down and underlined like 4 times. The only one who is putting these self-limiting beliefs on you is you. There is not a single person on this team, in this company, on our corporate team, who's going to look at you and say, yeah, you're just not good enough at this. Yeah, I just don't think you can do it. You are the only one who is saying these things to you. Or maybe you have people in your life who are saying those things to you. And if so, you don't need those people in your life either, okay? Like, that's a whole different Zoom we could talk about another time. But honestly, there's not a single person on this Zoom, on this team, in this company who's going to look at you and disqualify you except for you. You are the only one who disqualifies yourself. You are the only one who lets your excuses knock you off course. You are the only one who sits around telling yourself reasons that this isn't going to work for you. So don't disqualify yourself. Don't tell yourself that you can't do it. Tell yourself that you can do it, even if you don't 100% believe it, and then you work your way backwards. I believe that I can do this. I'm going to do my daily tasks every day. Sorry, guys, baby's wiggling around. What are you doing? Here he is. Casper's first Zoom. Hi, everybody. He's so milk drunk right now. What doing? Welcome to the team, Casper Scott. We love you. Mwah. Anyways, I'm gonna burp this kid. So if this is something that you really have trouble with, you guys, if mindset and believing in yourself and negativity and self-limiting beliefs and all these kinds of things, if this is something that you know that you struggle with, personal development needs to be the first, middle, and last thing that you're doing with your day every single day, okay? You need to wake up with it. You need to listen to it on your lunch break. You need to listen to it on the way home. You need to pump it in your brain before you go to sleep. You need to be journaling your affirmations. You need to be speaking your affirmations. You need to be doing what Corina does and putting Post-it notes all up over your house with your goal rank and your affirmations. I'm serious. And if you're somebody who knows that you get caught up in negativity, if you're somebody who you get caught up in, I don't know if I can do this, all of that self-limiting stuff, First of all, you need to go find the Zoom that I did with Jade Hooper on YouTube on manifesting and mindset, and you need to watch it and you need to follow it. But second of all, you need to be proactive. Don't wait until you feel negative and funky to start making yourself feel better with personal development. Like, nip that stuff in the bud and do it first. Because it's a lot easier to prevent a funk than it is to get out of a funk. Take it from somebody who's been in a funk many, many times in her business. So the last thing that I wanted to talk about in terms of kicking off the month, and then I'm going to turn it over to a couple of our diamonds and above to give you guys some good tips on kicking off the month. But run your time or your time will run you. This is something that Jade Hooper says a lot, and I just think that it's really true. If you are not planning to fit, if you're failing to plan, this is what I'm trying to say. If you're failing to plan, you're planning to fail. And what I mean by that is, if you know that you are a super busy person with 97 kids and a full-time job and 7 college grade classes, you must have a planner, and you must be marking yourself where you have time to work this business. For those of us who are, more like stay-at-home moms, or our schedules are a little more flexible, it's still important to pick specific times of the day that you're going to work your business. So pull out a planner and schedule yourself. And don't just schedule yourself and then forget you have a planner all week until the next week, and then schedule yourself and then don't follow it. Literally sit down, put in your non-negotiables like classes and work and kids and family stuff that you can't get out of, and then put in when you're going to work your business and stick to it. It's not about having a lot of time. It's about using the time that you have, wisely. It's about focus, you guys. You can spend 3 hours on your phone scrolling, saving stuff on Pinterest, watching Ellen DeGeneres videos on Facebook, or you can spend 1 hour on your phone, send 50 messages, make a post, add 20 slides to your story, add 100 people on Instagram, add 50 people on Facebook, and that's like 45 minutes. That's not even a whole hour, because you just sat down and got it done. So don't underestimate this idea of you don't have to have a lot of time. You just need to use the time that you have wisely and, with focus. He's so cute. He's so distracting to me. I just want to sit and stare at his little face all day. And then set yourself up for success too, guys. Like, don't wait until the day of to feel all freaking frazzled about, I need to do this, and I don't even have a post, and I don't even have a picture, and I don't know what to say, and now it's 8 p.m. and I haven't done anything for my business, so screw it. And you've totally spiraled yourself out of feeling like you can be successful with this. If you are a busy person, actually, I don't care what kind of person you are, set up your post in advance, you guys. Every single night, write your post and get a picture edited and save it either in your drafts or in your notes for the next day. That is one of the biggest things. Make sure you have plenty of Instagram stories made or saved in your phone. Make sure that you are doing just those little tiny things to where when you only have 5 minutes left of your lunch break, you can you can do something with it. Otherwise, like I said, you're going to get to 9 p.m. and you're going to, throw yourself a pity party instead of just doing what you need to do for your business. So just to recap, know where you're going, as in your goals, specific goals. Get your charts out. If you're brand new and you're like, what's a chart? Talk to your upline and let us help you figure out your specific chart for your business. Know how you're going to get there, which means what daily tasks do you need to do? What do you need to do more of? What do you need to do differently? Make sure you're asking for help. Make sure you're using your tools, and then get real with yourself. What are you telling yourself on a daily basis? Do you believe in this? Do you believe in yourself? Don't underestimate the power of your thoughts. Think about what you're thinking about on a daily basis, and then run your time or it's going to run you. Make sure that you're really genuinely setting a schedule for yourself. Make sure that you are getting on power hours. Corina runs power hours. We have other, diamonds and above that run power hours in the evenings, in the mornings. I was doing a power hour last month. I'm not going to have a set power hour this month. Hello, I have a newborn, but I'll be getting on them when I can. And then, yeah, and then set yourself up for success, you guys. So I think I think somebody sent a question in here. How long was I with the business before I got my first distributor? I went until the very end of my second month before I signed up my first teammate. And that was literally with posting every single day. Like, this is so great. Join my team. I'm making money. Like every single day. So I signed up at the beginning of September, and it wasn't until October 30th that I got my first distributor. So is that your birthday, Danielle? That's funny. Okay, yeah, so I'm going to, and you didn't, Danny. I think it was mostly just from our conversation. Danny Jimenez. It's going to be weird when you're Danielle Kwong in a few months. It's going to mess me up. Okay, I'm going to have some diamonds and above hop on here and give us their best tips. I don't know, Corina, do you want to go first? I don't know if you said you might have somewhere to go, so I didn't know if you wanted to go first.
I have somewhere to eat because I'm starving.
Yeah, so just give us real quick, just give us your best tip for like starting off this month, and like maybe just give us some heat to get us pumped up.
I'm gonna keep it short and sweet. Well, I don't know how short, but I'll keep it short. So my biggest tip goes hand in hand with what Hope said. Sorry if you hear these weird noises. I don't have children, but I have dogs, and they like to play, and they do not listen the way children do. So they're kind of going at it. So, hey, stop it. My biggest tip, know your map, know where you're going, know how you're going to get there, you guys. And one of the things, I've been in this business for almost 2 years, and for the first time in almost 2 years, I put it today, actually, I was texting Brittany, who I'm on FaceTime with, and I'm going to point this out. No excuses. This girl could not get on Zoom, and I'm FaceTiming her right now because she wanted to be live, and she has not been able to get on one. So no excuses. I don't care what you're doing. I don't care if you have to have headphones in. I know Felicia was at a Bible camp and was trying to get like sneak headphones in so she can hear. So I will say that no excuses has probably got to be my hands down my biggest thing. And when I say no excuses, I mean, get your non-negotiable list out, you guys, and do that every single day. Don't get down to the end of the night and be like, oh, well, I did 5 out of the 6 things, and that was a good day. No, it's a non-negotiable. Do all of your tasks, if not do more than your tasks. If you are pushing for a huge promotion, I will tell you right now that pushing for Diamond was one of the hardest things that I've ever done in this business. And I was working a full-time job as an esthetician, hands-on with clients. And I know how bad I wanted this. I know what it meant to me and my family and what it was going to literally do for my future. So every excuse had to go out the window. My sleep had to go out the window, and I suffer a lot from mental health things, you guys, and sleep is extremely important to me. So if I needed to go to bed, early, I was getting up, earlier. If I needed to sleep it, like all of these things, there's a way to do it. And so manifesting is probably going to be my biggest thing, because I know that when I went Diamond, I manifested the heck out of it. I didn't just manifest myself. I manifested my manifestations onto people. I was sending them to people. I was talking to my team and telling them how much I felt it in my bones. Hope said I put up sticky notes. I changed all those sticky notes this month because, you guys, it needs to be in your face. Your goals cannot just be in your head and in your mind. They need to be in your face. You need to write them down. You need to literally wake up in the morning and say your affirmations. Don't just read them. I'm talking, I know what it means to put in action, but I could put in action, and if I had no personal development, if I had no manifesting, you guys, I would fail. And that's the blunt truth about it. Because if I don't believe in myself, then I'm really not going to be going anywhere. So I wanted to just share and end it on this. I'm going to share my manifesting. I wasn't planning on doing this, but I'm going to share this just to kind of give you guys an idea of, what is manifesting. So for me, I deeply desire a life with Matthew in a 3+ bedroom home that we own in California with our kids and animals. I deeply desire a 5-figure check to continue my debt-free life and to buy things cash. I deeply desire helping my parents and giving back. I deeply desire bringing Matthew home. I deeply desire to travel and grow my mind. And I deeply desire to pay for a family vacation by the end of next year. So not only am I reading those out probably multiple times a day, I write them out in the very beginning before I start my day. I do my personal development, and then I do my tasks. And I will say that this has been harder doing this full time than doing this part-time working with a job, you guys. It takes discipline. It takes no procrastination, and I'm the queen of procrastination, to sit down and put your phone on do not disturb and literally start sending out messages and wait until to respond to all of them at like the end, and just really dedicating your time and being intentional with your time. And I'm going to end on that, because being intentional with your time is probably the biggest thing you can do. Every single person on this Zoom probably goes to bed looking at their phone, and I guarantee some of the times it's not doing your business. It's probably scrolling, it's probably, you know, doing all these other things. Take 15 minutes before you go to bed to get something done. Take 15 minutes to pre-write a post. Be intentional with your time and give yourself grace. And that is what I have.
Thank you, gorgeous. I love it. Seriously, you guys, if you don't have Post-it notes all over your house, are you doing it or not? Because that's what Corina does, and Corina gets stuff done. So I would take a page out of her book. Go eat your food, because you deserve it. Okay, I'm going to have, who else is on here? Danielle Jimenez, do you want to unmute yourself and give us some good tips, girl?
Okay. Hi, guys. So I love everything that Hope and Corina said. I missed the first part of the Zoom, so I'm sure Hope kind of touched on this, but two things that I feel like are really important when you're starting the month is figuring out like where you ended last month and where you're starting this month, so you know where to go. So just like Hope was saying, like have a plan. So that means like if you have a team under you, you need to get your chart out and you need to start charting, and you need to keep track, and so that you know where you're placing customers, where you're placing distributors, so that you can have that plan in place. I know that Hope went over planning and all that, so I'm not going to dive too much into that. But the other thing that I really want to say that I think is important is just remembering that new month, and everybody starts over on the 1st. It's everybody. It doesn't matter if you're a distributor, if you're diamond, or if you're ambassador. Everybody's numbers reset back to 0, and you have to get back to work and do the dang thing. So this is your time. So if you did not have a good month last month, or if you didn't have a good end of the week or whatever, this is now. Like, it's all starting over. This is your chance to just go ahead and just, you know, set your intentions, figure out what it is that you want, you know, write down your goals and your plan, and then get to work. Don't dwell on what you could have done better or what you should have done. You know, don't let anything like that, or if you didn't hit the mark last month, you know, if you missed a promotion or if you missed something you were working towards, it's okay. Everybody's path is different. And so I think for me, like the really important thing in the beginning of the month is just taking that time to remember that why I'm doing this, why it's important, like what is it that I want. And so like Corina was saying, like manifesting, Corina and I actually we send our manifestations every morning to each other. So if that helps you, find a manifestation partner and write down those manifestations and then send them to each other every morning, because Corina and I have been doing that. And so we were doing that in the beginning and kind of fell off, but we started it back up again. It feels really good, you guys, when you're just every day reminding yourself why you're working so hard in this business and what you're working for. And then just like getting your mind right. So like I took some time today to just kind of really focus on, instead of focusing on where I could have been better or where my shortcomings were last month, just focusing on where I'm going to go moving forward, what I learned from that, and what I'm going to do this month to be better, and how I'm going to get to where I want to be. So, you know, whether that includes personal development, taking some time to light some candles and, you know, get out all your crystals and whatever it is you've got to do to let the universe know that you've got goals and you're coming for them. Just do it. And then once you get your mindset right, you guys, the rest of this month is just gonna be so much easier. But I feel like everything in the beginning of the month starts with your mindset. If you start the month off in a funk, it's gonna be really hard for you to finish the month strong. So you want to make sure that you start the month off with clear intentions and with all of your goals in mind, and just putting everything that you want into the universe and believing in this business and yourself and this opportunity and everything that you have in the palm of your hands, because this business really is an incredible opportunity, but you have to be willing to take the time to commit to what it is that you want, and you have to fully believe it. If you have any part of you that's doubting your capabilities or doubting this business, you're going to self-sabotage. So you have to get your mindset right, and you have to set your intentions, and then you just have to go for it.
I love that. True. I want to like snap, clap or something.
I'm just going to add one more thing, because I think it's actually extremely important. I know a lot of people are manifesting, and personal development is probably a new thing before this business. I know it was new for me. One of the biggest things that I will say that has helped me is every single day, and I took this out of Rachel Hollis's book, by the way. If you guys have not listened to her stuff, it's amazing. Write down 10 things every single day that you're grateful for from the day before, because a grateful heart is a successful heart. If you find gratitude in the things that you're doing, if you celebrate every single little win and every, task that you finished, you guys, then you're going to wake up energized. You're going to wake up excited. You're going to wake up just being grateful that you even have this opportunity in your life, because the rest you can do your tasks and you can be, whatever with them. But if you're not being, grateful and where you're going, and like Danny said, believing in it wholeheartedly, you're going to self-sabotage. And that was just the last thing I wanted to add.
I love it. And it's so true. And so I think that I think you guys just heard a lot. You guys heard a lot about belief. You guys heard a lot about, just understanding that you are capable of this. You are capable of hitting your goals. And so I want you guys to just keep this month really, really simple. Okay? Every single day, you're going to go out and you're going to share this opportunity and these products with new people. Every single day, you are going to grow your mindset and plug in with the team and ask questions and grow and get better. Every single day, you're not going to give this business 3 hours a day, 9 hours a day. You're going to give this business 1 or 2 good focused hours of your time. And it's going to be an incredible month. I really genuinely believe that. And like I said at the very, very beginning of this Zoom, it's not just about this month. It's not just about today. It's not just about this week. It's about setting these habits, setting these systems in place for this month, next month, the month after. And then guess what? It's 2020. And we've got a whole new year coming right down the pipeline. And I know it's like we've got 5 months left. Hope that's so much time, but for real, it's not that much time. It's gonna sneak right up on us. I literally made a post today that was like, better pick out your Halloween costume and go Thanksgiving shopping and Merry Christmas and Happy New Year, because that's how fast it's gonna go. So make sure you're setting yourself up for success now. Malona, you don't have to be compelling. You just have to be yourself. When it comes to making life posts, when it comes to sharing your story, you don't have to make yourself be attractive. You are just you. Your journey is just yours. Your family is the way that it is. Your story is the way that it is. So many of you guys, people ask me this all the time. They're like, Hope, you're so good at writing life posts. Y'all, I have literally done nothing but sit at home with my dog and now my baby on the couch for over a freaking year. My life is not exciting. I do not go do these fun, exciting, compelling things on a daily basis. It's just about being positive and being myself and being vulnerable. It's literally little things like admitting that I used to go to eat off the dollar menu because I couldn't afford to buy groceries. It's admitting I had to put $10 in my gas tank because if I did any more than that, I may not be able to pay my bills the next week. It's about just getting that relatable. You don't have to write something compelling. You just have to write something authentic. And if it's taking too long, it's because you're thinking too hard about it. Like, if you're thinking too hard about it, then you're not being authentic. And that's all people want to see. People don't need to be entertained by your posts. People just need to see who you are.
I get a lot of my stuff from like personal development. If your personal development is not moving you, if your personal development is not something inside of you, like a lot of my posts come from something that somebody said in a personal development, whether it was a book, a YouTube video, an Audible, whatever it is.
Like an aha moment that you've like have like while you're listening to personal development.
And that's what I go off of.
And then I was just going to add that like it should be simple day-to-day things anyways. A lot of times we overlook like little things because we think that they're small, but really they're like big things for other people. So like for me, it's like I can put gas and I fill up my tank every single time I fill my tank now, like when I go to the gas station. But there was a time where I was only putting like $8 because I couldn't afford to fill my gas tank. And so like when I go to the gas station and I'm filling my tank and I'm feeling grateful because I'm in this position now where I'm not counting my dollars at the gas station or, you know, counting up all the items in my grocery cart before I check out to make sure I have enough money in my bank account. Like those things, like they might seem like just little everyday things and little struggles, but those are real things that people struggle with. And some of you might still struggle with them. And it's about just like remembering that and like just taking, like I just take the time to like remember how grateful I am that even though it's only $30 to fill my gas tank, like I can fill my gas tank. I don't have to stress. So
and beyond that, like beyond just talking about like your struggles and things, like I would say that a huge part of what his recently made more relationships and made me connect more with people is the posts that I make that aren't even about it works. Like the posts that I make about becoming a mom, the posts that I make about struggling with like breastfeeding and like, you know, just building relationships, letting people see who I am without putting text opportunity to this phone number at the bottom of it. That's what makes you like a real person. So Malona, my best advice for you is don't try so hard, boo. You are who you are and you're amazing and you're so good at this business and you have such an incredible vision. You don't need to entertain anyone. You don't need to compel anyone. You don't need to be snappy jazz hands like to get people to notice you. Like you just need to be you and you just need to embrace that you are a success in this business and you have what it takes. And then also just take those pieces of you, those quote unquote branding pieces of you and who you are outside of this business and really let those shine and let that be enough and really embrace the fact that like you're worth it. You're worth it without having to be anything other than just whoever you are. The other thing that I wanted to say about making life posts, and I feel like this is like off topic for the Zoom, but I feel like it's really important, is this idea of just people don't actually give a crap about how much money I make. In fact, most people who see that I'm like a double diamond and I make like an average of $5,000 a month, like that's not real to people. People are like, scam, like that's a joke, like there's no way. But when you talk about making $50, $100, $200, those are amounts of money people can actually wrap their head around. So if you're feeling like you need to have this like extravagant like success story where you've like made all these bonuses and stuff, like that's not true. And most people will look at like a $10,000 bonus and be like, yeah, right. Like it's not even something that they can believe in for themselves. And I actually don't know very many people at all who started this business to make a full-time income. 99% of people start this business to make an extra $200 to $500 a month. So I still talk about that, even though I am like a quote unquote double diamond. Like I'm still talking about that extra 200, that extra 300, that extra 500, because that's what actually is going to move people and inspire people, because that's something that they can envision themselves making an extra $200 a month. You know what I mean? But they can't envision themselves making $2,000 a month and a $10,000 bonus. Like that doesn't even seem, there's probably some of you on the Zoom that doesn't even seem real for you yet. Like even though you joined the company.
And I was going to say about what you were saying earlier about the posts that you're making that aren't even about it works attracting people. That's because the right people are going to come. They're going to come to you And it's not about, we just always have to remember, like, it's not about being like compelling or convincing somebody or getting somebody. Like, the right people are going to come to you. And if you, it's almost like there's this like fine line, I feel like, between like over, like trying really, really, really hard because you're just trying to get people. But like when you have that mindset of you're just trying to get somebody, you're missing the mark on like all those people that, they're looking for someone to relate to on a much deeper, more personal level, because people aren't going to join this business because of a $10,000 bonus. They're going to join this business because they relate to you and where you're at, and or where you've been and where you're at now and where you're going. And that's what gets people, when you're relatable. I've been listening to a lot of Brene Brown, and she just talks about like the power of vulnerability. And when we like let ourselves be vulnerable and share our stories and struggles and all of that with people, how much it resonates, because we're just taught not to share that part. But everybody has struggles. Everybody has, things that they're dealing with. And when you open up about it, it just opens the door for more people to open up to you.
And I think that, what Danny just said about the right people will come to you. That doesn't mean that you're not messaging them. That just means that like, you can't say the right thing. Like, you can't say the wrong thing to the right person. So it has nothing to do with like selling the opportunity. It has nothing to do with like, I have people tell me this all the time. They're like, I need to make my posts more attractive. No, you just need to make your posts more authentic. You just need to make sure that they really do sound like you, and that you really are sharing things that are important to you. Even if they seem silly, even if they don't seem like something that you should share on social media. I don't know if any of you saw my like one day postpartum, like in my mesh underwear in the hospital bathroom, like post. That was so hard for me to do, but I cannot tell you guys how many comments and messages I got from other moms that were like, oh my God, like, we see you, we hear you, this is so hard, like, you're so strong, like, you're amazing. And I didn't make it about the business. I didn't make it about joining my team, but now every single one of those moms knows me as a real person with real vulnerability, with real life situations, becoming a mom for a first time. And so when I do pop up in their inbox and say, hey, I would love for you to join my team, they're not going to be like, who are you? What is this? Like, I don't even know who you are. They're going to be like, oh yeah, that's Hope. She just had a baby, like, blah, blah, blah. So just make sure that not only do you know where you're going and do you know how you're going to get there, but just believe that you, as you are, where you're from, what your past looks like, and the dreams that you have, you're deserving it. Like, you're worthy. Like, you are worthy of this business. Like the fact that you hit submit and you're sitting on this Zoom or you're watching the replay of this Zoom, that qualifies you to be a success in this business. So stop overthinking and putting these diamonds in above on a pedestal and looking left and right at what other people are doing. Every single time that I have gotten caught up in this realm of, am I doing enough? And maybe I could do this better, or maybe I should be more like Cheyenne Knox because she went presidential, and all of these different things. Like, you have to just embrace your self-worth and the worthiness of the things that you want and the dreams that you have on your heart and your past and your family and your struggles. And that all has to do with mindset and self-limiting beliefs. So I'm going to point you guys once again to the mindset and manifesting Zoom that I did with Jade Hooper earlier this spring. Because we're going to finish up this Zoom because we got a little bit off topic, but I'm really glad that we talked about all that because I feel like it's really important too. But I just really want you guys to go into this month feeling like you're starting on like stable ground. You know where you're going. You know that you're worthy of it. You know what you need to do to get there. You know that this team has your back 110%, and you know that you are going to leave your excuses at the door for an hour a day to get done what you know you need to get done. And we're just going to crush it. We're just going to crush it this month. So I love you guys. Thank you for hopping on. I will have this recording up soon. And I'll talk to you guys later. And I hope you guys have a great day. Bye, guys.